ESPN analyst apologizes after dissing Sheryl Swoopes over comments on Fever's Caitlin Clark. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark continues to be in the news cycle despite not being at the 2024 Paris Olympics. The Fever rookie became the subject of debate this week after part of a quote from WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes appeared to diss the Fever rookie. One ESPN analyst recently issued an apology to Swoopes after blasting her without the full context of her quote. ESPN's Elle Duncan issued an apology on X, formerly Twitter, this morning. She explained that she didn't listen to Swoopes' show and didn't have the proper context. Duncan has reportedly apologized to Swoopes personally as well. I reacted to Sheryl Swoopes' comments about Caitlin Clark based on quotes pulled from me by producers in the rundown. Duncan said, I should have listened to the show. The same thing I NPLOREDCC fans to do when they were attacking me a couple months back for hating on her. I hate that I've sent more vitriol her direction and I'm taking this big L. I've texted Sheryl the same thing. I will do better. I am sorry. Duncan had previously issued the following statement about Swoopes in response to the incomplete quote, which she is now walking back. Duncan was defending Fever rookie Caitlin Clark. It just feels like there's something there, Duncan said. And I'm not really sure what is not connecting with Sheryl. I don't know if some of that is driven in sort of the hurt she felt from the fan base or some of the attacks that were leveled at her after she had those comments a few months ago. But this feels really off part. This just doesn't feel right at all. And it is starting to feel like hate from Sheryl. What did Sheryl Swoopes actually say about Fever rookie Caitlin Clark? The missing context from Swoopes' entire quote came from a recent episode of Queens of the Court, which is hosted by Sheryl Swoopes and Jordan Robinson. I don't know if Chicago is in the playoffs right now without Angel, right? Swoopes said, is Indiana in the playoffs right now without Caitlin? When you look at the overall team, like the pieces that they have, without question, Indiana has better players than Chicago. From top to bottom, this part of the quote is essential. Swoopes explains that she's talking about the overall talent of each team's roster, not necessarily individual players. Fans seem to ignore the above quote and instead focused on others that seem to assert that Katie Lou Samuelson is more important to the Fever than Caitlin Clark. Also that the Fever would make the playoffs this season even without Caitlin Clark on the team. We can't wait for Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever to get back on the court after the Olympic break.